educate the public. Okay, what are we going to educate the public about? Because here's what the majority of the message is from the broken medical model and the broken physical therapy model. If you have pain, stick needles in it. If you have pain, put cups on it. If you have pain, put tape on it. If you have pain, roll it. If you have pain, Theragun it. If you have pain, massage it. So there's the message. That's the message that most people get. So when people come into my clinic and ask, why don't you have cups and needles and all that kind of stuff, then I actually go and educate them as to why we don't do any of that crap, because that stuff doesn't do anything to fix the root cause of your problem or even address or even figure out what the root cause is. So why would we be doing that? So how are we going to educate the public when our messaging is all over the place? So I hear this all the time. You know, physical therapists need to have autonomy and they need to be able to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, for whatever reason what they want to do, because that's autonomy. And you're a doctor of physical therapy that should be able to do whatever you want to do. I'm wondering where it comes into that we say doctors should be using science to treat root cause and get to the patient's problem in order to resolve the root cause of their problem and normalize function by using critical thinking and scientific standards that we've had for centuries. Instead, what we say is find something that people think feels good and do whatever they think feels good and do more of that until they feel better, even though they're not getting any better. It doesn't matter. Just trick them and do that and charge them a copay and then charge them cash pay for an hour visit when it's absolutely ridiculous to spend an hour with a patient doing garbage treatment. Okay. So this gets us to where, Frank's 3-point bullets are: number one, gather all your coworkers together and go tell your boss you don't like the way things are working and think that your boss is going to renegotiate contracts with insurance companies because insurance companies are the problem. No. Number two, join the APTA because you can change what the APTA is doing by getting this groundswell, and then the APTA is going to market directly to consumers, and consumers already figured out they don't care about physical therapy anyway. And number three, educate the public, and make sure they understand that we have things like direct access to physical therapy that doesn't work, that they don't return to their treatments for. Why would we do that? I don't know. Okay, so here's where Frank and I, and basically myself and everybody else, differs. So people that go cash and people that want to do all this stuff and think that they can fix physical therapy, their focus is on that the problem is insurance. Insurance is not the problem. Their focus is the problem is that patients don't know what we do. That's not the problem. Their focus is that physical therapists don't make enough money. That's not the problem. Okay. The problem is, and what we didn't hear in Frank's breakdown here is, patients get shitty outcomes. Why would you pay any money to go see somebody 2 to 3 times a week for 6 to 8 weeks to have the same problem at the end of 8 weeks that you had at the beginning of 8 weeks? And by the way, you're paying a $40 copay. Or now we have these cash pay PTs that are out there charging $250 for an hour visit to do the exact same garbage that the in-network providers are doing with symptom modification gimmicks. So let me get this right. So charging you $250 to spend an hour with me to do the same garbage to get the same limited to 0 results is a better product for the patient. No, it's not a better product for the patient. It's a better product for the egomaniac who thinks that because they're a doctor, they're worth $250 an hour, even though they're not worth any dollars per hour because they don't get any results. Okay. So Frank and everybody else want to blame insurance and blame big medicine and blame all this stuff over here. Here's who I want to blame. I want to blame PT schools, because PT schools don't educate you as to how to become a clinician. They educate you on how to pass a test. So the important things that you should be learning in PT school: anatomy, biomechanics, neuromuscular physiology, critical thinking, to put all of those things together in order to get to root cause, assess and address root cause, reverse what is happening there, to get functional returns in 1 to 2 visits that last because you biased using critical thinking to use science to your advantage, that's what we should be attacking. Why are PT schools wasting 3 years of your life, 6 figures of your income, killing your career, and telling you, now that we've taught you how to pass a test, we're going to dump you in the broken medical model, and it's up to you to figure out how to be a clinician. You need to go find a mentor. Oh, wait a second. All of those mentors that you're supposed to be finding, they're also a product of the broken educational system, and they don't know jack squat about what they're doing either. So when you ask them for their advice, they're going to give you the same crappy advice that their mentor gave them. So you're basically getting advice from a mentor who got it from a mentor who got it from a mentor, and you're learning 1970s PT. Passing that off to your patients, not getting any outcomes, which is why your patients don't come back. Not because they're non-compliant, not because they're malingerers, not because they just don't want to get better. It's because you or the clinician doesn't know what they're doing. You're not giving them results, so why would they come back? So I blame 100% of the blame, in my opinion, goes on PT schools. It should not take you 3 years to learn how to be a clinician. It should take you 1 year to take what you already learned in undergrad. So let me get this straight. You're going to take anatomy, biomechanics, physiology in high school. Then you're going to take anatomy, biomechanics, physiology, chemistry in undergrad. Then you're going to take all those courses again for the first year of PT school. Then you're going to learn how to do a little bit of clinical stuff, but not enough to actually make sense, because that's not on boards. We need to teach you how to pass boards. Then you're going to go out on clinicals. You're going to hang out with somebody for 6 weeks to 2 months to learn how they manipulate symptoms, because they never learned how to be a clinician either. Then when you're going to graduate, and then it's going to be up to you to take CEU courses, which aren't going to teach you how to be a clinician. Find a mentor who can't teach you how to do that. Or get more experience. Being frustrated and lost and getting more experience will fix your problems. No. So here's what we need to do. We need to say PT school is irrelevant, unimportant, and should be avoided. That's right. So if you want to be an outpatient PT, you don't need to go to PT school. Understand that personal trainers, athletic trainers, PTAs, all of those people can do what you do as a doctor of physical therapy, with the exception of 2 things. So people that want to go cash should just go cash. You can do everything a physical therapist does except call yourself a doctor of physical therapy and bill insurance. So if your goal is to open up a cash pay clinic and work with a niche of dancers or cowboys or whatever it is, you can do that without going to PT school. You learned anatomy, biomechanics, physiology in undergrad. Now you need to know how to apply that, and PT school is not going to teach you how to apply that. PT school is going to take your money to teach you how to pass boards after 3 years of frustration and driving you into the ground. Okay? So if we want to fix the problem, which is our profession failing and clinicians dropping out and clinicians not getting paid what they're worth. So do I think that physical therapists are worth 6 figures? Do I think that they're worth $250 an hour? Yes, I do. As long as they earn it, as long as their outcomes dictate, yes, they are worth that. I don't think they're worth it because they got a piece of paper that says they're a doctor. That means jack squat, because there are a lot of physical therapists that suck. Okay? So your worth is determined on your outcomes, and your outcomes should drive your business, and your satisfaction should be driven by your outcomes. So see how this all goes to outcomes, and physical therapy school is not going to give you outcomes. So unless we completely revamp PT school to make it what it should be, not a money-making cash cow for universities, but something that takes a year, because that's all it takes to review and then apply science. Once we do that, then we can have less frustration. Then we can get away from insurance. Insurance can go do whatever they want. We can go over here and do our own thing, and we don't have to be participating with insurance. And people will actually pay for it. So let me know what you think about that. Do you think that insurance is our problem, or do you think the educational system is our problem? Let me know.